one of my students. So in the meantime, y'all come through. What's up, family? All right, Nightwing, what's going on? How do Ken? I see you. All right. Oh man, all the love. I appreciate it. So look, yeah, man, it's been a minute. So Steph, what up, Steph? So yo, tonight is a special night. I don't want y'all to go anywhere. If you got time to hang with us for a minute. The reason why tonight is special is like I have one of my students by the name of Emani. I mean, I call her family, you know, she's like a niece. And so, you know, I've been friends with her family for a very long time. And earlier this year, her family actually asked me if I could start giving her lessons in terms of teaching her how to make beats. And so, of course, I was super excited because many times I get to teach people I don't know how to do these different things. And so it was refreshing to be able to do this for someone who's pretty much like family. You know, I've been blessed enough where I've had the opportunity to teach a few family members how to do different things or help them out in their career. So anytime people who have a long history give me that opportunity to do that, to help out, you know, their children or help them out, you know, it's always a blessing. So I'm eternally grateful, and I'm excited for y'all to hear it, man. I think she's dope. I think she's really dope, and so y'all are gonna hear for yourself in a second. So you're not just gonna hear her beat. She's actually gonna join us on Instagram Live in about 1 minute, and you'll get to hear the beats for yourself and chime in the comments and stuff. We got to keep it PG tonight, so you know. I won't be using any colorful language, and I need y'all to go ahead and make sure you're keeping it PG in the comments as well. Someone asked me or said, "I hope you're doing well." Thank you. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. My family's good. Nobody's complaining. So, you know, we're grateful. We're grateful. Bird Boogie, I see you up in here. But yeah, a couple of quick things. Winter Breaks 2 is almost done. We're going to be dropping that very soon. And yeah, man, it'll be dropping next month. Also, if you go to the subartandmusic.com website, you can actually get sweatshirts that have Winter Breaks on it. We got one where it's a one color, and then we got the full color, the full print, all over shirts as well. And so I think they range from $35 to $50, depending on which one you're interested in. So definitely wanted to give y'all a heads up on that. But yeah, so on that note, we'll get ready. Oh, shout out to all our family that's joining in. That's awesome. Yo, family support is huge in anything you want to do. You know. So yeah, man, if y'all got questions, y'all can ask them now. Otherwise, she should be popping up in here any moment, and then we're gonna get started. You know, so let me go ahead and send this in. All right, I'm gonna wait for the request. And so what's dope too, she's gonna be chiming in from her IG channel, which basically oh, actually she's coming through a different IG channel. That's fine too. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go.
Hi, can you hear
Hey,
me?
how you feel?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited for them to hear what you do. I think it's going to be awesome. So,
Having me.
you say again?
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Excited.
Of course, of course. I'm proud of you. So, yeah, I'm excited for them to hear what you do. So, before we start playing these beats, the first question I have for you is, when did you first become music?
So, I have always loved music. My family has always loved music. There's always some sort of song happening at our house. Uh,
Hmm.
I've always wanted to try producing music, but it wasn't until 1 or 2 years ago where I asked my to help me produce music. So, I'm excited to be producing music now.
That's dope. That's what's up. Well, yeah, I'm excited for them to hear what you do. Now, before we play anything, can you do me a favor and let them know what instruments you already play?
So I play classical piano. I've been taking lessons since second grade. And then time to time, I'll play the marimba for our school band. So
Nice.
piano, time to time marimba.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, on that note, I'm gonna play the first beat that we made once we started class, and we started class back in June, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's share the first track. And folks in the comments, let us know how it sounds. Obviously we have it like I didn't rig it all up like like all of these versus battles, you know. So it's just playing through the stereo monitors here. But let us know how it sounds in the chat, and we will go from there. All right. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. To think that was the look at the comments. Remember, y'all, keep it PG, keep it PG. Yeah. So to think that was the first beat, that's the first one you made, and like I I definitely I could hear the potential out the gate. How did you feel when you first started learning and you like when we finally finished working on that beat? How did you feel about it?
I was super excited. I was just so happy to create my own song, and I've learned so much since creating that song. So I'm excited.
Definitely, definitely. Let's hear another one. All right. And this one's a little different, but I like the vibe of this one too. I'm gonna fade this one out early. Yeah, another great one. So when you finished making that one, how did you feel about it? Because that one was very, very different than the first one you made. So what were your thoughts?
Um, I love music of all types, so I wanted to make music of all types. So
Hmm.
getting to create that one and seeing how it turned out was really cool.
Yeah, I almost felt like this one was very like cinematic. Like when I hear it, like you know, when I saw the direction you started to go in, it instantly took me to like the background or like a scene in a movie or like a commercial that takes place in the nighttime and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really, really, really dope. So for the third beat, this is the one where the challenge I think was I asked you to construct a beat that only used like sound effects, or mainly use sound effects and use that as the core, and then add music to it or melody to it later. So when I first told you that that was what we were going to do, what were you thinking?
I was a little nervous because there were a lot of just crazy sound effects in that garage band sound effects. But once I heard the first couple, I knew what I wanted to do with the song, and so I was really excited to create the song.
Yeah. And so you mentioned GarageBand, so that led to that leads me to one of the other questions, which is what do you use to make beats? So we know you use GarageBand, so what else do you use?
So mainly GarageBand, but I also have the Akai MPK mini keyboard, and I'll use
Nice.
that to work on the drum beats or add a little melody on the keyboard. So
Awesome. Awesome. All right, cool. So on that note, we're going to listen to the next beat, which is Space Mission.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. We have a liftoff. One more step away. One fire, please. And one,
Yeah, I always love that one too. Nice. So what's cool is some of the people in the chat, obviously there's some family in here, but then also several of my friends who are all professional musicians are also watching too. So you've been getting some pretty cool comments by some like world class musicians. So that's pretty awesome,
thank you.
you know? Yeah, so quick question. Speaking of artists, so who are some of your favorite artists? Like who do you like to listen to?
That's hard. I love a bit of everything. My playlist is kind of all over the place. There's just so many different types of music.
Mm,
Some favorites are Chance the Rapper, Cardi B, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, Billie Eilish.
mm.
Been listening to a little bit of Blackpink and Kirk Franklin. So again, a little bit all
A
over.
little bit of everything.
Yeah, I just love music.
Mm.
Hmm.
Nice, nice. I remember when we first started talking about doing the beat lessons, your dad was I'm trying to remember what they're called. But I know they were mixing like classical music and hip hop. And so I remember that was really, really interesting. I forget the name. Would you remember the name of the folks he sent me or told me to check out?
I think Black Violin was one of them.
Yes.
The first concert I went to was a Black Violin concert when I was,
Hmm.
and hip hop is one of my favorite genres, and so is classical music. So I really liked how they combined both hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love how you actually combine it in your music and stuff. So it's cool that you were able to tap into some of your influences, and it shows in your production. So one of the challenges that we had after making your first beats was to try to make something that wasn't maybe as dark. So the next one's called Happy Song. All right. So I'm gonna play that one, and then we're gonna jump into the next beat, which is the Chopin Waltz. All right. So here we go. Fade it out a little early. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to clap. Yeah. All right. And so and that one was really interesting too because you decided to instead of building a typical drum track, just use the congas as the main rhythm for it. So that was a really interesting production choice. So how did you go about making that particular beat? Like, what made you go the direction that you wanted to go with, that you ended up going with?
Um, to be honest, I don't quite remember making that beat specifically, but
Mm,
I was just going through the loops, and I know the kunga drum makes me happy, and that was the theme of the song.
mm,
So I was just going through those loops, and I really liked how it sounded. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a nice change from some of the other production that you did. So this next one, I know it's a Chopin waltz. So the challenge for this particular beat was, um, I know that you take piano lessons, and oftentimes when we're doing the beat making lessons, your brother's usually doing his piano lessons.
mhm.
And so, but this particular track, the challenge was for you to take something that you had learned how to play and try to incorporate a part of what you basically been practicing on the piano into a beat that you could ultimately kind of rearrange it and make it work as a hip hop beat. So you want to talk about the particular song that you chose to sample, or well, sample yourself playing?
The waltz was a piece that I'd been playing for a while. I was preparing it for a recital and for some piano competitions. So that was the song I was most confident with at the time, and I wanted to incorporate that into a beat. And
Hmm.
it was a little tricky taking a classical piece and turning it into a hip hop piece, but
Hmm.
it was a super cool process.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get into that one. What up, Ethan? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I remember like when you were working on it, just kind of hearing where it started. And then when we met up the next week and you played like the direction that you ended up going in with it, it just instantly being blown away. I remember getting my wife and my oldest daughter to check it out too. Like they kind of peeked in to hear it. And yeah, like that's a really, really awesome track. So when you worked on that particular one, like what are because like I love the I love how it starts. Like it's so you don't really expect it to do what it does. So what motivated you to take it in that direction when you were working on
I think just it started out as a classical piece, and I
it?
really wanted to change it a lot. So I wanted to go the make it the craziest beat it could be. So
Hmm.
super different from how it started, and still having that classical sense was cool.
Yeah, no, it's a great track. It's a great track. So I think with this next one, the sample style beat, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where I think the challenge was you starting to work with samples from outside of GarageBand,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like where you basically, I taught you how to manipulate sounds to kind of make it work in the structure that you currently had set up and try to, do tempo matching and all of these different things to kind of make things that aren't like automatically set up to work in GarageBand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go ahead and play this one. This particular track is called Sample Style. All right.